Have you noticed that your skin is feeling tight and that those expression lines seem more visible than usual? The reason for the sudden increase in lines and wrinkles on your face could be something you haven't even considered: dehydration. The good news is that dehydration is an easy problem to solve, and treating it can drastically reduce your skin's signs of aging. So in today's video, you will learn to identify the signs of dehydration, what the consequences of it are over time, and how to treat it. Hi, I'm Sue, and this is Leslie, our skincare expert, and we are here to give you tips so that you can get the best skin of your life. So make sure you subscribe, click below, like this video, and come on back for more tips anytime. So Leslie, we have some excellent videos, one in particular comparing dry and dehydrated skin, explaining the differences. Check that out, it's really good information. But today, we're really looking at dehydrated skin and how it pertains to rapid aging of the skin.
That's right.
So can you just quickly recap the difference between dry and dehydrated, and then we'll start from there?
Yeah, so people tend to use the terms for dry skin and dehydrated skin interchangeably, but they are actually two separate conditions. Now, when you have dry skin, that's related to a lack of oil production or a lack of sebum, right? So dry skin tends to be really thin and fragile. You'll have invisible pores. You may tend to be more sensitive or more easily irritated. And also you'll probably notice a little bit more flakiness, right? And that's all related back to your skin not producing enough of its own natural protective oils.
Okay,
right?
and that's dry skin.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, dehydration is different. Dehydration is really related to a lack of water. So you could be any skin type, oily or dry or anywhere in between, and also be experiencing dehydration. So when your skin is dehydrated, you'll probably notice that your complexion is a little bit dull or almost grayish in appearance. What a lot of people comment on is having skin that feels tight, right? So that's very common when your skin is lacking water. It's gonna feel tight, almost like to the cracking point, okay? And again, that can happen to anybody at any age, but when your skin is dehydrated and lacking that internal water, it's less supple. So lines, especially in the expression lines where we tend to move our face, become a lot more noticeable and the skin looks less plump, which is why dehydration is often linked to more premature or more rapidly aging skin.
That doesn't sound so great. I mean, my skin is uncomfortable just thinking about it.
Yeah.
How do we end up with dehydrated skin, and what can we do about it?
So dehydrated skin is actually very common. Most people, especially if you live in a fluctuating climate, will become dehydrated at some point. The causes of dehydration are very much environmental, right? So fluctuations in temperature, but also in humidity can strip the skin of its underlying moisture. Also things like exposure to hot water. So if you are a really hot bath or shower lover and you're using a lot of hot water on your face, that can further strip your skin of its protective barrier and allow moisture to actually evaporate out of the skin. And other things like circulated air. So in the summer, if you run a lot of air conditioning, in the winter, if you have a lot of indoor heating running, all of those things can also lead to leaving your skin more dehydrated.
Okay, so I think I've got a grasp on dehydration, but how does it relate to rapid aging? How are those two things related?
Yeah, so rapid aging simply means that you may start noticing more noticeable signs of aging faster than you would expect to. And that can sometimes seem like it happens overnight, and it is related to dehydration. Because think about if your skin is lacking that water on its inside, it's almost like a balloon that's losing air, right? So it becomes a little bit more deflated, and that can make lines and wrinkles a lot more noticeable or a lot more visible, right? Especially in areas where we tend to have a lot of movement, like around the eyes, the forehead, and around the mouth.
Right. Other than the obvious, drinking water to deal with the dehydration, what are some of the ways that we can treat it?
So fortunately, treating dehydration is easy with a really good skincare routine designed to target that lack of water.
Great.
Okay? So I have a few simple tips that I always recommend. Step number one, I always recommend using a really gentle and mild cleanser. Right? Twice per day, cleansing is really important. Using something like the Nourishing and Moisturizing Oil to Foam Cleanser is just perfect because the oils are moisturizing. Okay? Step number 2, I always recommend following the cleanser with a toner. Now, I know that toner sometimes scares people. They sometimes think that toners are gonna make your skin feel more dry or more dehydrated, but a good toner can actually add hydration back into your skin when it has ingredients like hyaluronic acid. And when you follow your cleanser with your toner, you're gonna notice that your skin right away feels more supple and looks more plump.
I was someone who avoided toners and now I love them.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah.
Exactly. So the next step that I always recommend is eye cream. And you want to treat your eyes separately because, of course, the skin around the eyes is more fragile and it tends to be the area where we see signs of aging earlier. Yes. So something like the Focus Renewal Eye Cream, loaded with antioxidants, it's going to help to smooth out those really fine lines that start to form underneath the eye area. And then the final last 2 steps would be applying a serum, and especially a serum, something like the Deep Radiance Essence and Serum, which is loaded with hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid actually works to draw water into your skin and then it locks it there. Okay. And following the serum, you're going to apply a moisturizer like the Firm and Lift Regeneration Cream. And the moisturizer is actually going to act like a blanket or a barrier, and it's going to lock all that good hydration into your skin that you've just applied with the serum, and it's going to keep it there and protect your skin from outside aggressors.
Fantastic. So to recap, dehydration is a condition of the skin that leads to signs of rapid aging.
Yes.
But the good news is that it can be easily treated with the right skincare products.
That's it.
Thank you, Leslie. Make sure you join us again for more videos where we give you tips to get the best skin of your life. Subscribe and click below, like this video, and make sure you leave us your comments or any questions you might have, because we would love to answer those for you. Take care.